大家好. Hi, all rustic families and friends. My name is Kevin Wang. I'm China Country Manager for Rusty Pathway. Today I'm here going to answer a few common questions which related for your future China education trips. I hope those answers would meet your need for your future China trips. Let's see what is the question here. First one is, where does the country's name coming from? Well, China is 中国 in Chinese pinyin. It means the Middle Kingdom. As our ancestors who believed China located center of the universe, so we are living in the center of the earth as well. So that's why name of China, the Middle Kingdom, coming from. Second questions. What language are spoken in the country? In general speaking, the official language is Mandarin. Beside Mandarin, as China, we have 55 ethnic groups and minorities. They have their own language. Some they even have their own culture. So approximately there are more than 300 different dialects and languages spoken by 8% of the population in China. English is not common second language in China. Although English learning is very important in China for all levels of education. Let's see. What are the people in this country like? Well, Chinese, we are hospitality, we are friendly. At the same time, Chinese, we consider ourselves very much conservative as well. So we pay stronger attention about how other people viewed ourselves. Why should I travel to this country? Why not? There are millions of reasons for you to come into China. As you know, China is one of the 4 Asian civilizations. History of China dating back 5,000 years, and it has created the magnificent human-made wonders and a glorious culture. And beside you visit China, like Han Chinese culture, and plus there are 55 different ethnic groups. They have their own language, culture, clothes, buildings, and etc. So have a tour of those ethnic group area going to be the eye-opening experience for all of you guys. Another big reason for China trip is food. That was one of the big reasons for me when I travel abroad. Food take extremely important part for the traveling. As you may went some restaurant at home, Chinese restaurant at home, but when you're in China, this is a time for you to taste authentic Chinese food. And I can talk a whole day about Chinese food as well. So when you're here, you're going to experience by yourself. Chinese food has a variety of differences. Up to north, Chinese eat a lot of rice, and down south, and people eat a lot of seafood. China food is always cooked at time, so always fresh. Maybe you know, as a Chinese, you may have heard Chinese, we eat everything except table and chairs. But since COVID-19, we are much more concerned about hygienic and much more conservative what to eat, what not to eat. But still, you're going to see a lot of Euro food when you're in China. And another huge attraction in China is giant panda. As you know, China is a hometown of the giant panda. So when you're here, as Rustic Pathway, we coordinate with one of the panda center in Sichuan province, which is where you're going to be as volunteers in the Dujiangyan Panda Center and to do our panda conservation program, which is time you get chance to closely interactive with pandas. You feed in the panda, you learn about like what is the situation panda conservation in China or how that impact the whole world wild animals protections in general. That was one of our favorite program in China so far. And the Chinese Kung Fu. You may watch the Jackie Chan's movie, and as you know, Chinese Kung Fu is outstanding and fantastic. And when you're here, you actually have a chance to learn from Kung Fu masters and learn some Kung Fu actions. And that would be a lot of fun. And as 40 years of a rapid development, China now became the second largest economy in the world. So if you really want to understand China, about tradition China and present China, what is the future China going to be looks like, you need to be here. And to visit those big cities like Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and you get first-hand of a understand what is the modern China looks like, and then what is the modern city in China? What is the definition of the modern city in China? Like high skyline and skyscrapers, modern city facilities and busy transportation. When you hear, that would be answer to meet your need. And the next question is, what are the most amazing travel experience in this country? There are a lot of travel experience. I think they all amazing. But the most amazing travel experience in China is hiking on the Great Wall and sitting on the top of a watchtower along the Great Wall to have our rustic Thai activities there. It is a breathtaking experience for all our rustic pathway students. Let's say, what is the food? We've been talking about food a little bit. Food in China, I just say when you're here, you have to try few special cuisines like Peking duck and a spicy hot pot. In general, main food in China includes rice, wheat, corn, potato, sweet potato, beans, and a wheat food such as like mantou, steamed buns, and noodles, and xiaolongbao, steamed pork stuffing dumplings in a bamboo bucket. Those food would be every daily food for Chinese people. Originally, as I mentioned before, like Chinese eat a lot of spicy food, and then in the north part of China, people a little bit more like salty food. But in general, every food be cooked in time and then served in a hot temperature. Let's say, what is the weather like? As you know, China is a vast territory. So for the local condition could be very different. In general, China divided by one of the major river in China named Yangtze River. So if we say up to north of Yangtze River, like Beijing, um, and and Xi'an, city like those would be 4 seasons very obviously, and then spring is sometimes occur of sunstorm. Is a dust storm, and summer is hot, long, and autumn is the best season for those cities, and then winter is cold, and down south of the Yangtze River, some places even tropical atmosphere in those regions. A lot of rain, and the rain season mainly happen June, July, August, and winter. Comparatively, winter is not as cold as the north part of China. Um, so, so that would be give you like general idea. I suggest before you participate any program in China, double check the name of the city you're going to go, and then keep update from there. What is money like in this country? The official currency in China is renminbi, or people's money when it's translated. General, like the same way you use the word currency, renminbi. Exchange rate at this moment is $1 equivalent 6.7 yuan in Chinese. Foreign exchange may be valuable in most of the airport plus major hotels. And then in the banks, obviously you can exchange your money as well. In China, you do need exchange your currency to Chinese yuan. In China, in mainland China, shops not going to be accept your currency, accept Chinese yuan. Yeah. How much money should I bring? It depends on how long your program in China. We suggest you bring like 10 to 20 US dollars per day as additional cost, such as like snacks you're going to buy in a supermarket, or local gifts you may buy for your families and friends. Is this safe to travel in this country? Yeah, it is safe to travel in China. That is something as a Chinese I'm proud of. China is regarded as one of the safest countries in the world, with very low capital crime rate in the world. Since China has done tremendous work to guarantee people's safety, guns are strictly prohibited anywhere. Carry, making, smuggling guns are big crime in China. No one except policemen is allowed to use guns, and even policemen use guns is under strict control. And a strict security system is nationwide, and ID card are needed for anything in a daily life, like buy train tickets, flights, or even buy sightseeing tickets and hotel accommodation. When you check in, you all need your ID card. And all of the streets, every corner, and shopping malls installed with hundreds and millions of security cameras. So that's made China is very safe in a public area. Chinese people are friendly to foreigners as well. So that's why we say choose China to travel. It is definitely safe. At the same time, as you know, when you travel abroad, you still have to have your common sense, like look after your stuff, make sure your passport is in a safe place. That would be same whenever where you travel. Let's say, what advice do you have for first-time visitors of this country? Well, if you are first time visit China, I suggested number A is learn some simple Chinese phrases. Chinese people, they love to talk with foreigners, even they don't understand English that much. So if you learn some Chinese, that would make that interaction even more fun. Local interactions even more fun. Second would be take care of your passport. You need your passport all the time. Bring your passport when you're on a trip all the time, but please make sure they're in a safe place. And then food safety. As we said, Chinese food, we almost eat everything. And then we encourage people to try new food when you're in China, but still you have to be careful. For some street food, could be dangerous if you happen to have weak stomach. And then for first-time travelers, when you're in a market, market not shopping mall, like fancy shopping mall would be not, but in a market area, you will need to bargain. You have to bargain. They expect you to bargain. So don't be shy and start offering like 1/3 of asking price and start your bargain skills. And let's see. What are the major holidays in China? In China, there are 7 legal holidays in a year, including New Year Day, Chinese New Year is called Spring Festival, Qingming Festival, May Day Festival, Dragon Boat Festival, and Mid-Autumn Day and the National Holiday. Chinese New Year is one of the most important holidays in China. It starts on the first day on the first lunar month. It is the longest public holidays, which is a holiday for Chinese people get back reunion, for family reunion, more like Christmas in your country. What documents are needed to enter this country? You do need your passport to visit China, plus visa. You do need to apply visa to visit mainland China. It depends on like which country you are from, and your local Chinese embassy or consular will require certain documents from you in order to issue Chinese visa. As China operation team plus Rustic Passway USA company, we will help you to prepare the necessary documents you need, like invitation letter. Please contact with us by the time you decide to visit China, ahead of time. So your passport going to be hand over to the Chinese embassy consular in hand, and then they hold your passport for a period of time, and then they can prove your visa application and attach the visa documents to your passports. Let's see. Do I need a vaccine? There is no requirement of vaccination for those who travel in China. But as you know, the COVID-19 still keep going. We will keep you updates on this, whether you do need a vaccine to travel in China in the future or not. What does accommodation looks like? We use hotels and guest house. It's clean and with Western style toilets, twin share rooms. Can you accommodate the dietary restrictions? Yes, we can accommodate the dietary restriction in China. Please contact us ahead of time. That would give us more time to understand more specifically and more prepared for your China trip. And how do we all get around? We will get around by private van and bus. In big cities like Beijing, Shanghai, we're going to use the public transportation. That's part of our local experience as well, such as metro. So in those big cities, you will follow your program leaders and take metros in those cities. And can you manage the large group? Yes, we can manage the large groups in China as well. So far, for the largest at one time group we handled is like about 100 students. As long as we have plenty of ahead of time to preparation, and we more than welcome you coming in your group size. Yeah. It seems that's all for today. And then if you do have any further questions, please email us and let us know. I know this is a difficult time for all of you guys. I wish all of you guys good health and stay happy. And it seems though we already conquered the most difficult part of this pandemic. So when we go through this dark tunnel, and then we will see the light in front of us, and Chinese team on the Rusty Pathway, we're going to be ready, and we were looking forward to see you guys in China in the future. Bye-bye.